You pick it up without thinking. You put it down. 30 seconds later, you pick it up again. You already know there is nothing new on it. You checked it 30 seconds ago, and yet your hand moves anyway. This is not a bad habit. It is not a character flaw. It is not laziness or weakness or a lack of willpower. The real reason you cannot stop checking your phone has nothing to do with the phone at all. It goes back hundreds of thousands of years. And once you understand it, you will never look at your screen the same way again. Your brain is ancient. The part of it that processes reward, that floods your body with the urge to seek, to explore, to find, is called the dopaminergic system. It runs on a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It is not. Dopamine is about the anticipation of reward, the craving, the chase. Not the moment you find something good, but the electric feeling right before you do. The neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz discovered this in the 1990s by studying monkeys. He expected dopamine neurons to fire when the monkeys received a reward, like juice. They did. But then, something strange happened. When the monkeys learned that a light predicted the juice, the dopamine stopped firing at the juice. It moved. It jumped backward in time. Now, it fired at the light, at the signal, at the possibility of reward. Your brain does the same thing. The dopamine does not fire when you find a good notification. It fires when you pick up the phone, because picking up the phone is the signal. And signals that might lead to rewards are more addictive than rewards themselves. Think about what your ancestors faced for most of human existence. They woke up every morning in a world that was unpredictable, alive, and constantly sending signals. A rustle in the grass, smoke on the horizon, a patch of disturbed earth. Every one of those signals had to be investigated. Every one of them could mean something. Food, danger, another person, an opportunity that could change everything, or a threat that could end everything. The ancestor who ignored signals died. The ancestor who was compelled, almost involuntarily, to check, to seek, to scan the environment, those are the ones who survived. You are descended from the checkers. This wiring is called the seeking system. The psychiatrist Jacques Panksepp spent decades mapping the emotional circuits of the mammalian brain. He identified 7 core emotional systems, and the seeking system was the most fundamental. In every mammal he studied, activating the seeking circuit produced a state of eager, engaged, searching arousal. Rats with their seeking systems electrically stimulated would explore endlessly, searching for something, anything, in a state of restless anticipation. They were not happy. They were driven, hungry in a way that had nothing to do with food. Your phone is a seeking machine built to activate that exact circuit. Think about what happens every time you check it. You do not know what you are going to find. It might be nothing. It might be a message from someone you care about. It might be a piece of news that changes your day. It might be something funny, something enraging, something that makes you feel like you belong somewhere. You do not know. That uncertainty is not a bug. It is the feature. Variable reward is the most addictive pattern in behavioral psychology. F. Skinner identified this in the 1950s, when he noticed that rats pressing levers for food became completely obsessive when the reward appeared on a random schedule. Predictable rewards were satisfying. Unpredictable rewards were consuming. Slot machines operate on the same principle. So does your phone. Every time you unlock it, you are pulling a lever. Sometimes there is nothing. Sometimes there is something small. Occasionally, there is something that hits. And your brain never knows which pull will be which, so it tells you to pull again, and again, and again. This is not a coincidence. The architects of modern social platforms understood exactly what they were building. Former product designer at Google, Tristan Harris, spent years inside the industry studying how attention was engineered. He described the smartphone as a slot machine in your pocket. With one critical difference from a casino machine, you carry it everywhere. It is always available, and the lever is as easy to pull as a reflexive glance downward. The average person checks their phone over 90 times a day. That number is not distributed evenly across the day. It clusters. It spikes when you are bored, when you are anxious, when you are waiting, when you are doing something mildly unpleasant. In other words, it spikes in exactly the conditions that would have triggered your ancestor's seeking system. Dead time meant danger. Boredom in the ancient world was a signal that something in your environment needed attention. A still forest was not peaceful. It was suspicious. Where had all the birds gone? The restless urge to fill idle moments with scanning is not a modern invention. You have always had it. The phone simply gave it an object. Here is the part that makes this stranger still. Checking your phone rarely satisfies the seeking drive. You pick it up, you find something, or you do not, and within minutes the urge is back. This is because dopamine is not satisfied by finding. Finding is almost a letdown. The neuroscientist Kent Berridge at the University of Michigan spent years separating the brain's wanting system from its liking system. They are not the same system. You can want something intensely and like it very little. The seeking system drives desire. The pleasure system processes satisfaction. And in the modern reward landscape, the wanting circuit is being activated far more powerfully than the liking circuit can ever answer. So you check, and you find something, and it is fine. And 30 seconds later you want to check again, because the wanting never got satisfied. It only got quieted for a moment before revving back up. This creates a loop that your rational mind struggles to interrupt, because your rational mind is not in charge of the loop. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that plans, reasons, and makes long-term decisions, is newer in evolutionary terms. It has less raw power than the older, deeper systems underneath it. When the seeking system says, look, the prefrontal cortex can resist for a while, but it is fighting uphill. It is fighting circuits that evolution spent hundreds of thousands of years reinforcing. Because those circuits kept your ancestors alive. Your willpower is not weak. It is simply fighting against a system that was built to win. Now bring this forward to today. You are standing in a line at a coffee shop. Your brain detects a gap. Empty time. No task, no input, no sensory demand. In the old environment, that gap meant it was time to scan. In the modern environment, your hand finds your phone before your conscious mind registers the decision. You are not reaching for your phone. Your seeking system is. And by the time you become aware of what is happening, the screen is already unlocked and you are already scrolling. The seeking never ends because, for your ancestors, it was never supposed to end. You were meant to keep scanning your environment every waking hour until you died. Your environment simply did not have enough interesting things in it to overwhelm the seeking system. A savanna has limits. A forest has edges. A smartphone, algorithmically optimized to show you whatever makes you seek most, has no edges at all. Understanding this does not fix it, but it changes the nature of the problem. You are not fighting an addiction in the clinical sense. You are not fighting weakness. You are fighting a survival system that is running in the wrong terrain. The same circuit that kept your ancestors alive in an unpredictable wilderness is now running laps inside a device that was designed by engineers with PhDs in behavioral psychology to be more unpredictable than any wilderness ever was. The question is not why you cannot stop checking your phone. The question is how any human, running the same brain your ancestors ran for hundreds of thousands of years, could possibly stop it all. Tonight, somewhere between putting your phone on your nightstand and picking it back up 12 seconds later, your hand is going to move without you. And now, you know exactly why.